million customers. And web, that's what internet aspect, it took 7 years to reach. And Facebook, 4 years. Instagram, 2 years to reach the 100 million customers. In the similar manner, when it's coming to the further technology aspect, if you see the chat GPT, so I'm not going to talk all about them. Chat GPT took only 5 days to reach the 1 million users. That means the people who are around the globe, how familiar to learn and how they are very catchy to reach the technology and to understand the technology, we can understand with this chart, which is globally available now. Can you guess this word? So if you see this one, to read this one, how much time we are taking? So to understand that one, we don't know how much time we will take. This is the one which is the longest word in the dictionary. So this indicates to read our mind. So to keep our mind and to read on this word will take some time. Whereas if you use the latest technologies like AI aspect, it may not take that much time. So similarly, the significance has raised to how to optimize the time, how to and reduce the disturbances or the noises which are existed in the process aspect as well as in the societal aspect. So based on that, how this AI has been influentially working now, because the computer science, which is the most prominent science, which is helping the many aspects. So in that, AI is a sub-branch type has come and which is going to lead the world in future. That's how it has come. So if you see the history of AI, from where it has begun and where it is now, so how it is propagating and how it is enhancing the requirement of the people and the requirement for the industries as well as requirement for so many medias. So the implication of this AI is not just for an understanding, just for implementation. For anybody who has to implement AI, one has to know how it has to be and how it is thinking. So three aspects we can see. Thinking machines or machine intelligence. So the definition or the understanding AI can be classified in three aspects. Studying cognitive faculties aspect, problem solving, and the computer science aspect, the AI can be defined. So how it is understanding like a human being, how it is responding to the task, and how it is giving the optimal solution as the requirement level. So based on that, AI implication has been increased day to day, and it will increase in future as well. So if you want to be an AI engineer, you must know the fundamental things, because without the fundamental, if you go and understand the concepts, without understanding the basic things like mathematical things like algebraic fundamentals, quadratic equation functionality, differential calculation, differentiation derivatives, vectors, and so on. These are the fundamental mathematical concepts which will make you a perfect AI engineer to solve the problems related to any engineering aspect. So based on that, one has to implement his ideas through the fundamental mathematical things. So for that, the concepts which were derived further from those mathematical concepts like machine learning, which will understand the what we are thinking and how it has to behave, the machine has to behave, will be explained. Further fine-tuning, deep learning has come into the picture to the random data to be converted into a regularized manner to understand how it can be further filtered and can be understood very well. Another thing is reinforcement learning aspect, which is further enhancement of the given data to a systematic manner. And it's robotics, which is the future engineering and the future development for the any kind of sector, which is going to help us to make a complicated process-oriented things will be a simple manner. Coming to the natural language processing, any unmanned, uneducated person can understand the things. Based on that, he can move further, he can understand. And recommended systems, based on that, what type of things can be recommended based on your interest can be seen. And computer vision, based on the complicated data and huge number of data, how we can understand that based on that, computer vision come into the picture. And finally, Internet of Things, how it can interlink the different concepts at one place and make to a unique solution aspect. These kind of concepts should know. So, and the research aspect, each concept has its own specialization aspect. One can entertain in the different kind of researches in the different these kind of 8 concepts in the existing for the AI aspect. So where we can go for the this AI means it's not a simple chat. We can see there are so many applications where huge number of data exist, where the so much of complicated things are existed, where the non-linearity is existing. For that, to make it understanding of the systematicness in the data aspect or the understanding the concept aspect, we can implement this artificial intelligence by which any kind of process sustainability can be implemented, can be enhanced, and further it can be processed in a systematic for the future generations aspect. So for the specific application aspect, if you speak, the specific application is the healthcare where human body detection based on our food habits, based on our regular habits, we can judge after 5 years, after 10 years, what kind of diseases may come into our body. So that detection can be identified priorly. Based on that, doctors or the any kind of self motivation can give you the how and you have to change your habits, how you have to move towards the things, and how we can implement. So based on that, everything AI has its own the data and its own algorithms which can detect our say, body, and based on that, it will move further to enhance our lifespan of things. So for that, why we need to entertain and how the countries are entertaining this AI data or AI concepts. If you can, one can see our Indian ranking aspect. It is almost 84% of the things which are almost accepted. They are ready to enhance to our AI aspect and to get into the concepts of those things. Whereas USA, if you see here, almost 100% they are willing towards work on this. By 2025, we can guess the situation in the industries aspect as well as the institutions aspect. So the reasons why we have to use, as I told, time consumption aspect, as well as product quality aspect, as well as how to eliminate the complicated things in a system to understand by any kind of personality, whether is educated, whether is a professional, whether is a researcher. So if you are going to implement this AI intelligence, one can understand how we can make the data into a regularized manner where we are getting the problem and how the problems can be detected, how we can avoid such problems in future to make the smoothing of the product quality. So based on this understanding, how manufacturing engineering the reality, because manufacturing is a very big ocean subject where so many complicated processes are existed. If you want to welding is not just like what we see on roadside or somewhere else. Very complicated in nature because high melting materials are there, where high complicated structures to be welded. Based on that, how this manufacturing, how this AI techniques can be used for the manufacturing aspect. If you see here, so the manufacturing actually the process, that means the industrial revolutions were classified in 4 categories. Industry 1. This is purely mechanization, which introduced the steam engines aspect, where the first railway system has come through this concept. After that, they introduced the electric power. Based on that, how these electric applications can be implemented for all the applications. Based after that, further enhancement, this IT and computer system has come into the picture to automate the machines to work by its own. When it's coming to the 4.0, it is like a complete smart system. Once you develop the product, that product history and product data will be stored. When you want to repeat the same task, by default, the machine will understand based on the specification of the given input. So it will understand, it will do by its own way. So accordingly, as for the knowledge gain by anybody can understand that First, Industry 1 and 2.0 are completely based on the mechanical and electrical revolution aspect, whereas the 2, 3, and 4, the industry revolution, which is currently 4.0, is completely based on the computers and information revolutions aspect. So either it is a mechanical or electrical or electronics or civil, whoever it may be, one has to move along this 4.0 revolutions aspect. One has to learn the concepts which are related to the AI as well as machine learning aspect. So based on that, Industry 4.0 is expecting that what you have to learn, right? Autonomous robotics, if you want to make for the medical application aspect, for the complicated manufacturing aspect, or somewhere else. So one has to understand the autonomous robot where completely AI, artificial intelligence concepts will be introduced to the AI such that it will understand the emotions required for the development of the new data. And similarly, the simulations where if no need of developing the complete simulation data now, based on the existing data, and if you want the new data, if you give, based on understanding of the requirement, simulation will be taken care by its own way. That's what AI is going to do. And system integration, that's what we are working on it. And Internet of Things, and the similarly so many other concepts. These all together, where everywhere the requirement of AI is must. So to implement this one, further categorization can be seen. This we can skip here. So if you see hierarchical plant organization, so generally manufacturing process will begin from the metal processing level, where the new materials are going to be introduced. So in that aspect, consideration of the alloying components, consideration of the parent material proposition, and consideration of their compatibility in nature, these all things can be understood at this level. That's where the new materials will be introduced. Once the material has come into the picture, it will move to the process oriented. That's what the machining as well as welding as well as the other secondary manufacturing process aspect. Here, we need to understand to make that material into systematic application aspect, what type, how much material has to be removed, what type of power is required, temperature requirement and speed. And based on that, this entire monitoring system, and coming to the third level of thing, that is system level. That's where once the product is developed, then assembly as well as construction of a new building oriented type of material or the product output aspect, this where you are going to use the so many quality aspect things, and as well as the modeling as well as performance analysis aspect will be done. So this combination of all, the complete verification and future development aspect, future prediction aspect will be done in the with the help of the heterogeneous sensor data. This is where our complete AI applications will come into the picture. So based on this one, any manufacturing industry which you are going to future further, if you want to improve or develop the future, then based on the statistical data, what is given by the AI systems, that will be directly implemented for this one to develop the new structure material and to develop the new product and to develop the new industries or such things. So this is how it will helpful for the manufacturing industry, this AI techniques, where completely data will be given for that one. Based on that, new aligned components will come into the picture. With that, the best quality, the time consumption in this process will be reduced to more than 50% once you develop the statistical data, and it is a globally, as we know, it's having open AI aspect. And when it's coming to the other things like systematic modern manufacturing system, what it will do is modern manufacturing aspect. If any problems come into the picture by the new product, that will be comes under the maintenance. And how it can be handled by the operator or how it can be handled by the industry person, based on that complete data aspect, it will be given into the machine, what you call downtime events, maintenance aspect, and the energy reading aspect. This data servers where you are going to implement your AI processing aspect, by which your complete output are this whatever workstation and the cell station. This is they will behave based on the what the requirement of the customer as the requirement from the given person. And when it's coming to the AI further, means where the actual thing and what the real algorithms will be implemented are deep learning neural networks aspect and recurrent neural networks aspect, Gyan cycles aspect, reinforcement aspect. These are the things which will be adapted for the manufacturing process. We can reduce the human power, you can improve the quality of the things, and we can work out with the help of the robotics by implementation of this fund. With this, the sustainability of the manufacturing process, our industries will be further and fine-tuned at the level. If you see the simplest example, how when a operator working on the machining aspect, suppose, is cutting the material, then we can see how this diagnostics aspect as well as prognosis aspect, we can see when he is cutting the material, what type of operation should be processed. That means the cutting of the material and material behavior physics will be involved to make the fine tuning of the processing of that machining. With that, we can understand the noise aspect or the vibrations aspect. We can estimate what type of things, if the machining is proper, you can see the maintenance aspect as well as your measurement features aspect, vibrations as well as the noisy things are very minimized. So this can be predicted before going for the real-time manufacturing process. If you fix this type of data and fixing of this parameter, one can enhance the productivity very systematically. And similarly, we can further implement wherever noise is there, where the noise is coming to picture. We can predict the life of the product by which we can change the product in a certain period of time. So this prediction level of life of the product can be given through our AI techniques. So this is what the real engineering application, where we can enhance the product life as well as we can estimate the product life by which we can avoid so many accidents which will happen in the day to day. So this is another example for the electrical aspect as well as how we can, the machine learning application that will be used for the data processing aspect. You can see here, the mainly if you take the machine, which will be motor or anything, the chances of creating the problems, vibrations aspect, more force aspect, or high current is given, or temperature, more temperature is developed. These are the parameters to be controlled properly for remaining the estimated life aspect. So that's what. So to use the remaining life, to estimate the remaining life, if you make the data processing analysis with the machine learning application, we can see how much life is remaining for that particular product, and at what point we are going to replace that product can be predicted through these AI techniques. So in future aspect, if you see here, end-to-end visibility of manufacturing operation, each and every point of the process conditions and the process capabilities can be monitored through each and every point, and cost saving and through by which revenue growth will be taking place, and tackle the operation challenges, whatever disruptions occurs in between. Immediately we can predict and we can solve them, and reduce labor cost and stay resilient despite supply chain distributions. That is a simple way of thinking. Ensure efficiency and reduce the waste, which is most important in future because waste management is a big engineering upcoming generations. And the research aspect, one can see the publication growth in the AI with application of manufacturing. In 1980, it started. Then when it's reaching to 2020, it's almost more than 2,400 papers already appeared based on that. In future, we can guess what type of application and what type of implication the research can be predicted through the implementation of AI can be seen. And finally, I would like to say that teamwork is not just about having the right people, but about how the right people work together. Because of that, such type of conferences will come into the picture, and it will be more successful for the institutional aspect and the university aspect. In future, we will expect such things. And thanks to the management who provide the chance for the people to organize such type of events, I think we can expect further. for your kind attention. Thank you, sir. Over to you. Hello? Hello? Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Firmanla. How how AI is influenced in manufacturing industry? You give an elaborative speech. Thank you once again. So
Hello, Shalini. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, Shalini. Can you start the session?
Sir, I'm also, I came to give the presentation, sir. I don't know, someone made me the host and no one is
No, you are the
from
host
the
only.
back.
You can share the screen, okay? You are the host.
Okay.
Can you share your screen?
Sir, but I'm not presenting right now, sir.
No. There on the screen, you are going to have the share, okay? Share button is going to be there. By using of it,
Yes.
you can share your screen.
Okay. So, I've,
Can you check it out? At the bottom, it's going to be there, okay?
yes, sir. So, should I click the share whiteboard, sir?
Yes. You can click on it, okay? Click the share button. Yeah,
Yes.
it is only white screen. Share your PPT. Then the share button is not whiteboard, okay?
Okay.
Yes. You can share your screen, okay? Share,
Uh,
not whiteboard, okay? Not whiteboard, share.
so you want me to start my presentation, sir?
Yes, of course. You can start your presentation.
Sir, but I thought my timing is given for tomorrow, sir.
You, your panel is given by tomorrow. Okay, just a minute. Just a minute.
Yes, sir.
Let me confirm it. Okay. Arya Shah, paper 5, automatic classification of kidney alignments from CT scan using convolution neural networks. Are you ready? Rajashri Patil, Aishwarya, Amanpreet Singh, paper number 105. Review of approaches towards building AI-based career recommender and guidance systems. Pritam Chatterjee, paper number 124, technological, social and economical perception and impact of students on e-learning in selected institutions of Uttar Digital West Bengal, India. Pritam Chatterjee, subset-based classification on breast cancer data. Pritam
Yes, sir.
Chatterjee.
Yes, sir. It is
Pritam
good.
Chatterjee. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Can you present your paper?
Uh, may I have the time to connect? My,
Mm, Can you come again?
may I log in through laptop? Currently, I am logging through mobile.
No, you can log in through your laptop, or if you're having PPTs in mobile means you can present it.
Oh, kindly give me one chance, then I shall log in through.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Priyanka, Paper number 114, subset-based classification and breast cancer data. Paper number 77, exploring the landscape of sentiment analysis and option mining, a comprehensive review. Dr. T. Shekhar Reddy. Anyone with the papers, paper number 5, paper 105, and paper 124, paper 114, and paper 77. Is anyone for this presentation session 1? Ritam Chatterjee.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you connect now?
Till now it is not connected. I am just launching it, but meeting
Okay,
has
fine.
not
Okay.
launched. It should
Okay,
connect
fine.
to you.
దీన్ని కనెక్ట్ చేసుకోండి.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, of course, you are audible.
May I share my screen?
Okay, you can share your screen. Please go on.
Is my slide is visible?
Yes, yes.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to is my slides are visible?
This is useful. Okay, Ritesh, you can go on.
Okay, sir. Thank you for giving me the chance. I would like to thank the director of International Conference and Computational Intelligence Sustainable Development, the chairs, co-chairs, and dean, and all the teachers and presented here, all the respected teachers. I would like to thank Professor P.K. Paul sir for giving us the chance to present this topic. And our topic is the technological, social, and economic perception and the impact of student on e-learning in selected institution of Uttar Dinajpur district, West Bengal, India. The paper has been presented by Ritam Chatterjee. I am Ritam Chatterjee. I am from Department of Computer Information Science, Raiganj University, West Bengal, India, and as well as Dr. Manas Noskor sir, Nilanjan Das, Obhijit Gondopadhyay, and Mohababul Haq. And our paper ID is ICC ISD 124. And we are going to present. My name is Ritam Chatterjee, and we shall try to. We are also present Mohababul Haq with me. Our outline of this paper is that we are going to first introduce ourselves and introduction part of that, objective of the study, review of literature, methodology, type of data collection, sample size, statistical tool use, background, result and discussions, conclusions and reference. First, we are going to introduce we are collecting data regarding the e-learning system and the perception present among the student. And first, we are work on the digital education. And digital education has the perception that it is only the concept, but it is not the concept. It is the more than that. It is the more than concept. It is an interdisciplinary topic. And digital education is the collection of different education. Actually, digital education could be implemented in face-to-face mode of study, as well as using different technologies. Even digital education is the academic field of study. Different universities also offer digital education as a academic program also. So we are selecting the topic from digital education to e-learning. And before after COVID-19 period, we have seen that e-learning got more attractive for the learner, and various universities has adopted this e-learning for their curriculum, and they are going for the mixed mode, that is face-to-face mode or as well as e-learning mode. They have offered some degrees. So we are going to try to find the impact on the perception among the students. So our objective of this study is to learn about the e-learning and to know about the technological, social, and the economic perception on the impact of the student on e-learning, and social and economic status of the concerned respondent among the selective institutions, and the technological perceptions also. And the target selected the place from Raiganj with West Bengal. We am just to up time on this. Hello. May audible, visible, sir? Hello? Hello?
Yeah. Hello? Yeah,
May I,
visible. Yeah, audible.
I think my screen is not shown.
Please share your screen. Yeah, now it is okay. Press F5. Yeah.
I was in topic that review of literature. Now my topic is methodology.
You have unmuted yourself. Chatterjee sir, you have unmuted yourself.
Yes.
Now, okay. Now,
Yes. Now I am audible.
Yeah.
We are collecting this data with methodology applied. We are collecting the data from primary sources, and this study focuses on the student perception on e-learning in the context of technological support provided to the student from different universities. And now that we are analyzing the primary data and going to reach the conclusion. The type of data collection, we have make a structured questionnaire from 5-point Likert scale and circulated through the student from different institutions of Uttar Dinajpur via Google form. So we are collecting the data from Google form. And after that sample size, we have got 635 responded and and we are selecting 321 responded for this analysis. And we have used some statistical tools, that is MS Excel and IBM SPSS software for analysis purpose. And now this is the actual area where we are going to survey. It is Uttar Dinajpur area, and it is far from near about 400 kilometers from Kolkata. And we are selecting some institutions, that is Raiganj University, Raiganj B.Ed College, Raiganj Surendranath Mahavidyalaya, and Raiganj Government Medical College and Hospital. Raiganj University has two different programs, at Raiganj University PG programs and Raiganj University undergraduate programs. So our total data is Raiganj University PG, Raiganj University EG, Raiganj B.Ed College, Raiganj Surendranath Mahavidyalaya, and Raiganj Government Medical College. Now this is the actual data, the male, female, and the other we have collected data, and we have collected 159 male student, 161 female student, and one number of transgender student. So this is the details, and they are the living area. We have collected the urban area and rural area both data. And we got that the medical student of 42% of the medical students are from urban area, and 58% of the medical students are from rural area. And these are some statistics shown here. I have just kept here. This is the age group of the student, and I have shown in the chart format that the number of age group we have. We have seen that the medical, we have seen some statistics that most of the UG students are from the belongs to 17 to 20 years, and most of the master's degrees and the others university belong to 21 to 23 years old. And these are the age group I have mentioned in tabular format also. This is the result. We are good. Actually, we divided the study into three categories: at social and technological aspect, economical aspect, and the technological aspect. In social, we are going to judge the guardian's occupation. We have find that most of the students are coming from agricultural background and business background. Actually, 38% of our respondents are from agriculture background, and 31% of the students are from business background. And now the next question is the time employed by the student on social networking site, because in Delhi we are going to see that the students are involved many times in social networking. So we are going to study this, and we got 1 to 2 hour average each student have spent in social networking side. The learning platform they have preferred to use, and we got 95% of the students have used Google Meet as their when they have studied through online mode, and mode of class preferred them is 59% of the students are preferred face-to-face mode of classes. Economic aspect, we have analysis that the approximate family income of the respondent are 61% of the personnel still belong to less than 10,000 per month income. So it is also a matter of concern that 61% of the student coming from the family who have less than 10,000 of their income. And when they have used any conference, seminar, or symposium, workshop, they have paid which type of mode they have preferred. So they answered that they preferred if it is free. If it has some associated with some registration fees, they don't show any interest. So we got 51% of the student shown interest only if it is free of cost. And the number of paid conference they have actually attended in last years. So 71% of the student answered that they don't have attended any online program. After that, we give the choice that regarding the registration fee. So then 59% of the student answered that it should be free of cost. It should not take any money for them. And others, 26% of the student also agree that it should make some charges for registration fees also. And table 11 shows that the student regarding the amount taken by the e-learning platform for their rich content. Then it is a then 34% of the student shows that e-learning platform should be free to use without any advertisement, and 25% of the students shows that the e-learning platform may take little charges, and 28% of the student reply that it should be free, but it may use some advertisement also. Now we are going to the analysis, the technological support. The generation of the mobile technology they have used, most of the students have used 4G connection. Very few are used 5G connection. Those have the new mobile phones, they have only used 5G connections, and the 89% of the students use 4G connection for their study purpose. And we are going satisfaction level at the internet speed. Then 36% of student answered that they never access the internet in university campus, and 21% of the students responded that they have used in institutions internet, but the speed is not satisfactory for them. Now the student electronics device taken for the e-learning. So most of the people answered that 79% of the people used mobile phone for their study purpose. And the problem faced by the student during the online class, 77% of the student answered that they have faced network problem. Now we are going to last question, that is technological important perception. We have collected and analysis 7 parameters, 7 number of questions, and we have analysis from SPSS software that the reliability of the data. We have got 0.794 is the reliability factor of the data, which is good to analyze. So I believe that first question was that I believe that the internet education through online mode should continue in parallel mode or not. Then 3.49% of students shows that they have actually want to the online mode of education parallel with the normal face-to-face mode of online classes. I believe in education through online mode increase the quality of learning or not. Then 2.8, we have going to take this data from Likert scale from 1 to 5. From 1 is that the strongly disagree, 2 is disagree, 3 is neutral, 4 is agree, and 5 is strongly agree. So we got a 2.8 in Likert scale mean. To that they have increased the quality of learning. Now, my next question was study through e-learning mode, provide the flexibility to the study at any time, anywhere. Then we got the response 3.7% mean and 0.96% standard deviation for this response. If I miss any class, I can view the lectures in recorded session. Then we got 3.3 mean and 1.07 standard deviation for this response. I believe e-learning platforms are user-friendly. For this response, we got 3.504 is the mean and 0.8 is the standard deviation. It would be easier for me to find the information I needed when I using an e-learning platform. For this, 3.4 is the mean and 0.8 is the standard deviation. And last is, I believe e-learning system help to simplify the learning process. 3.3 mean is implied that it is right. They have preferred that, and standard deviation is 0.916. And now the conclusion is that we are just study for the student as respondent. It is further we can study this with the teachers and the staff of these universities, and we are just focused on the technological, social, and economic perception for that. For future, we may go for the other parameter also, and now we are just focused on e-learning, and for future, we are going to analyze from different aspects of this. These are some references we have used, and thank you. Welcome for the question.
Sir, can you please open the title of your PPT paper, sir?
This is technological, social, and economic perception and impact of the student on e-learning in selected institutions of Raiganj, Uttar Dinajpur district, West Bengal.
The data you have extracted from that one is by using SPSS or any other tool?
We have used both SPSS and Excel also. We have made the charts from Excel, MS Microsoft Excel, and the other analysis through IBM SPSS.
But we are having latest tools without SPSS and Excel. Okay, we have to extract the data. It is better to get the accurate results. It is my suggestion. So Excel, everybody can use the Excel, sir, to extract the data, to get the results. Whatever the results we have shown in the PPT, all those are just from the Excel sheet only. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anyway. Okay. Any more questions from other side, please? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any other questions?
Thank you, Nitam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I am very glad to be present my topic here. ICC ISD 2013. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Arya Shah, Rajashri Party, Priyanka, Dr. T. Shankar Reddy,